Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Suresh. He did his UG in IIT Madras and PG in Business Management in IIM Hyderabad. Sorry, Ahmedabad. He was working as a director in Computer Access Private Limited Telecommunication, managing director Tax Acceleries Limited, and general manager in Featherlike Developers Real Estate. And also he has 18 years of working experience in textile industry, CEO of Kothar Industrial Corporation. He is also a visiting faculty for teaching in business management schools like BIM Trichy, Liba, University of Madras, VIT Chennai, Stella Maris College, MOP Vaishnava College for Women, Dr. BK School of Management, Ahmedabad. His other interests are green initiatives like solar power, biogas, RWH, terrace garden, and also the trustee of Kupuswamy Sastri Research Institution. He is also known as Solar Suresh. On behalf of Meenakshi College of Engineering, management, principal, head of the department, staffs, and students of CS department, I welcome you, sir. And also, I welcome all the participants on today's session on climate change and what we can do about it.
Shall I take over?
Okay, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. I make a beginning with certain credits. Thanks to Meenakshi College of Engineering for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences. Also, thanks to Thiru A. N. Radhakrishnan, Chairman and Managing Trustee, Thiru Gomati Radhakrishnan, Managing Trustee, Dr. R. Raja, Principal, Mrs. Tirupura Sundari, HOD, CSE, and Mrs. Angusalvi, Convener. Thanks a lot. I now start my topic, which is climate change and what we can do about it. Last decade or two, people are all talking about climate change. Some people are even awarded Nobel Prize for talking about it. Al Gore, American Vice President, in 2008 was given a Nobel Prize. He brought it to the table what is climate change and how it is impacting the world. He just produced a documentary and showed it. I've done much more. So I'm also hoping for a Nobel Prize one of these days. I've done 7 projects in my house. Rainwater harvesting about 25 years ago. Rooftop solar plant. Domestic biogas. Terrace kitchen garden. I created a forest atmosphere in my house. Air to water generator. A solar car. Wastewater recycling. This project is still pending in my house. Whatever I've done, I've demonstrated that whatever I've done can be done by anyone. That is a key. It can be done by anyone. It is simple, no rocket science. I've taken all my ideas from the villages. Nothing is original. I'm only reviving certain practices. What I've done is practically doable, technologically feasible, economically viable, environment friendly. People are moving towards artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, digitization. In fact, your department, you represent all these things, computer science department. I am going back to tradition. I'm going back to roots. I'm going back to sustainability. Sustainability, as per the dictionary, avoiding using up natural resources. I'm trying to achieve mass அற்ற சுற்றுச்சூழல், no pollution. There may be some repetition in my presentation. You got to kindly excuse me for that. First project is rainwater harvesting. This I did it about 25 years ago. There are 2 types. One is filter, store and reuse. The other one is recharge the groundwater. This is filter, store, and reuse. Rainwater is a very pure source of water, falls on the terrace. What happens on a rainy day? The water gets drained away. Those days in the villages, they used to save the water. Water falls on the tiled roof. They used to keep a vessel and collect the water. That is what I have done. Water falls on the terrace. Rainwater is very pure. It takes some impurities in the terrace. So I have a filtration plant. This is a filtration plant. I filter the water here. I let the water on top. This filtration plant consists of pebbles, charcoal, and sand, 3 layers. Water which comes out is a filtered water which is potable. You can drink that water. The theory is like this. Pebbles traps larger impurities, charcoal traps middle impurities, sand traps finer impurities. The outlet water is potable. Once the water comes out, you can do what you want with that. I got a well in my house, so I take the water in my well and store the water in my well. If you don't have a well, you can store it in a tank, in a container, or you can create a separate sump and store the water in that sump also. Or you already have a sump, you can take this water to the sump and collect it there also. Basically, it's a means of gathering the water, filtering it, and storing it, physically storing that water for future use. That's what it is. Filter, store, and use. Yeah, another one is recharging the groundwater. During rainy days, I saw water stagnating in my compound in two different places. Water stagnating means mosquitoes are coming. So what I did, I took the water 20 feet below the ground. I laid a slotted pipe. Slotted pipe meaning pipes with holes every feet. It's all available in the market. You don't have to do anything. I inserted the pipe into the ground. So I've taken the water below the ground and recharges the groundwater. My neighboring houses have gone 100, 150 feet for bore well. I get water in about 30, 40 feet in my house. Because I'm feeding my earth for the last 25 years. You can understand nothing, no rocket science. Anybody can do it. There's no daily maintenance. Yearly once I take that material in the filtration tank, clean it and put it back. There's no wear and tear. Same material, you use it back. So the only cost is piping cost. That's all, nothing else. One more thing, 1,000 square feet terrace, a 15 days rain, you can save almost 50,000 to 1 lakh liters of water. People say Chennai is water starved. Madras, when I grew up, Madras was water starved. It's not so. We have reasonably good rains. Our annual rain is about 40 inches. That is quite sufficient to serve the needs of the city, entire city, if only people manage it properly. 10, 15 years ago, the government made it compulsory. At least 10, 15, 20% used it or adopted it. So Chennai ground level has gone up. Of course, 70, 80% have not done it. They have been careless. It's not so. They should adopt it. The next project is solar, rooftop solar. There are different types of solar types. One is known as solar parks. This is the megawatt scale, ground mounted, 50 megawatts, 100 megawatts, 500 megawatts, like that. The largest megawatt scale today is in Tamil Nadu, in Rainwater district. Adani has installed a 60 megawatt ground mounted solar park, solar plant. Another now 1,000, 2,000 kilowatt plants are all now coming up. You may know Cochin Airport has got a 40 megawatt solar plant. Entire Cochin Airport is running on solar. Bangalore, Chinnaswamy Stadium is fully on solar, about 40 or 50 megawatts. At Chennai Airport is partially powered by solar. They got some 5 or 10 megawatt scale. I don't remember the exact specification. These are known as solar parks. Next one is solar thermal. The heat energy is used for generating electricity. Water is heated, steam is generated. You use the steam to run a turbine and generate electricity. The Industrial Revolution, when it started, steam engines were discovered about a century ago. What is that? Water was heated, steam was generated, steam runs in the turbine, turbines generate electricity. What happens in hydroelectricity? The water falls, the kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy. It runs the turbines, and turbines generate electricity. So this is known as the solar thermal. There are solar thermal plants in India also, but basically this was discovered in Europe, Spain. There are two large projects even today running on solar thermal. Third one is standalone rooftop. This is what I am interested in. This is what we are interested in as a common man. We put up solar panels on the rooftop in our terrace, generate electricity, and use it for our consumption. This is known as a standalone rooftop. There are three elements of the solar system. One is known as solar panels. The technical name is photovoltaic cells. The second one is inverter. Technical name is power control unit. Many of you got inverters at home. What happens during power cut? The inverter supplies the electricity. That is basically you have a battery backup. You charge the battery from the grid power through the inverter. Inverter has multiple functions. One is converting AC into DC and DC into AC. Same thing for solar also. There's a different type of an inverter. The functions are same. It is like diesel and petrol. Both of them are fuel. But you cannot replace diesel with petrol and petrol with the diesel. Not possible. Similarly, solar inverter is different. Your conventional inverter is different. Many of you got inverters at home to take care of power cut situation. You got a battery also. The current charges the battery. In case power cut happens, the battery will supply. So the second item is known as inverter. Third one is the battery. Today the battery is the only mechanism where you can store electricity. Of course, there are different types of batteries. For example, you got a mobile phone, you got a battery there. Anywhere you are storing electricity, you can store only in batteries. You got a car, you got a scooter, wherever you do, you are storing electricity, that is batteries. Of course, the technologies are all now changing. The conventional is lead acid batteries, and now new technology which is coming up is lithium ion batteries. What is my installation? What I have done it in my house? I got a 3 kilowatt system. My entire house is connected on solar, including 2 air conditioners, excluding water heater. Water heater requires solar thermal technology. I don't have water heater. Today you can install water heater, solar water heater separately. Very cheap, very economical. You can install it separately, not in the panel technology. There are two types of solar installation. One is known as off-grid, which is battery backup. The other one is known as on-grid, without battery backup. Here I want you to understand certain concepts a little clearly. Off-grid is battery backup. Morning to evening, solar generate electricity. Solar charges the battery, and after sunset in the evening, battery supplies. In the on-grid, there is no battery, so you save the battery cost. Morning to evening, solar generates electricity that supplies your load. After sunset in the evening, your grid supplies. Grid meaning TNEB. Everything is automatic. There is no manual transmission. You don't have to get up and switch on any switch or switch off any switch. Nothing. Morning to evening, solar will work. After sunset is there, grid will take over in the on-grid system. The inverter is programmed for that, and inverter software will trigger all these actions completely. But in the on-grid system, there's one drawback. Morning to evening, solar generates electricity that will supply your load. But during daytime, if there's a power cut, even if sun is there, solar will not generate electricity. Let's not worry about the theory, it's complicated. Understand the implication. I'm repeating it. In the on-grid system, without the battery, during daytime, if there is a power cut, even if sun is shining, Solar will not generate electricity. So you must have an alternative mechanism to take care of power cut. That's why I got an off-grid system. I got a battery backup. In fact, I have both the systems in my house, off-grid and on-grid. Probably one of the earliest houses in India, mark my words, in India, where I have a combination of these two, and I've automated the process such that I've not had power cut for even 1 minute in the last 8 years. That's an achievement. Chennai is was known for power cuts. The last 2 3 years, some improvements have taken place, but Madras, Chennai is associated with power cuts. So by having both the systems, if there's a power cut during daytime, my battery will take over automatically. So these are the two types known as off-grid and on-grid. In the on-grid system, there's one more concept called net metering. During daytime, I generate solar electricity. I don't consume the entire quantity. There's something excess which gets wasted, which I give it to the government. I give to the grid. Excess I give to the grid. I store it there. I get a credit. Evening, I take it back from the grid. This is known as net metering. For this, you need a bi-directional meter. Today, all of you have got meters in our houses. That's a unidirectional meter. You're importing power into the house. So that meter reads only one way. In my case, I import power. I also export power. So that meter reads both ways. So it is known as a bi-directional meter. When I import 1 unit, the government gives me credit for 0.9 units. So when I export 1 unit, government gives me 0.9 units. So I save that much. But now, last year, March 2019, government has tweaked the rules. They changed the rules. It's unfair. Right now, the scheme is not an attractive scheme. So the scheme is not becoming useful. Now, if you give 1 unit to the government, they give only 2 rupees 18 paise, which is negligible, which is not a good amount. Therefore, now it is not advisable to give access to the government. You allow to lapse it. I hope you understand this concept very clearly. Solar does not generate pollution. மாசற்ற சுற்றுச்சூழல். Solar does not consume fossil fuels like petroleum and coal. Therefore, I save foreign exchange for the country. This requires a large complement. You do not need separate wiring. No daily maintenance. You save electricity. This the biggest benefit is protection against tariff increase. The panel life is about 20 years. In 20 years, government is definitely going to increase the tariff. The day I installed my solar plant in January 2012, a cost was frozen on that day. In July 2012, the tariff was 3 rupees a unit. Then it became 575, then it became 660. Now today it is 660. I'm not impacted. If tomorrow government makes it 8 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, I will not be impacted. All of you will pay, I will not pay. It's a big benefit for the common man. This is the solar plant in my house. This is the panel on my rooftop. This is the panel in my rooftop. The black box is the inverter. The white one is the battery. All neatly designed and neatly kept position in my house. Cost of installation. This is what people ask the question immediately. Curiosity. Today we can do the installation 60,000 per kilowatt without the batteries. That is the on-grid system. If you want an off-grid system with the battery, it might cost approximately 1,20,000 with the 4 batteries. The battery capacity has to be planned. For panel capacity is to be planned depending on what is the load you want to connect. 1 kilowatt gives you 4 units a day. Actually, now it gives you 4.5 to 5 units also, but we use 4 units for doing the calculations for arriving at the capacity. 1 kilowatt requires approximately 80 square feet shadow-free area in your terrace. Since I said I got a 3 kilowatts, I got about 240 square feet. Terrace. There's no subsidy available. Everywhere I go, people ask this question: is any subsidy available? Government used to give the subsidy about 5-7 years back to promote the adoption of solar. Now that certain awareness has been created, government has stopped giving subsidy. Even when it was available, it was very, very difficult to get it. Now I move to my next project, which is biogas, domestic biogas. This is nothing but a gobar gas plant. Those days in the villages, people used to use cow dung to produce cooking gas. That's what I'm doing. In the city, it's difficult to get cow dung, so I've substituted cow dung with kitchen waste. I produce cooking gas from kitchen waste. Kitchen waste meaning cooked food, uncooked food, spoiled food, the vegetables peel off, all those things. They all represent kitchen waste. Instead of throwing the waste outside, I use that as an input for my biogas plant. When the gas is produced, the slurry comes out of my plant. That slurry is rich organic manure. The main objective of biogas plant is health. I have not installed biogas for either getting cooking gas or for getting manure. I've done it for health. You throw the waste outside, what happens? It breeds mosquitoes, germs, it's a health hazard. I don't throw the waste outside, I use it, recycle it. Therefore, I minimize the generation of mosquitoes and germs, so I minimize health. So my objective of biogas is health, Sugadharam. All over the world, solid waste management is the biggest problem. People don't know where to throw the waste outside. If they adopt such practices, we can definitely minimize the health hazard. In Chennai, there are two landfills, Perungudi and somewhere this side. I forget the name, near Manali. There are mountains of waste generated over the last 30, 40, 50 years. It's a huge resource that should be used properly for generating good resources. So by using one waste, I get two resources. I'm repeating it, cooking gas and organic manure. Biogas is a solution for solid waste management. This is my plant. I got a 1 cubic meter capacity. I feed approximately 3 to 4 kg of waste per day. I've not done any scientific calculation. These are only guesstimates. Where do I get the waste from? In my house, I generate hardly 200-300 grams waste. I need 3 to 4 kg. I don't keep quiet. I collect it from neighbors. I collect it from 2 vegetable stores in my area. They are generating a lot of waste. They are throwing it away. So I collect it from them. Or sometimes they deliver it to me. I installed this about 6-7 years ago. Some work is involved on a daily basis. I get about approximately 15 kgs of gas, one cylinder. I can scale it up. The capacity of my plant is very high. I can feed 10, 15 kg waste per day. I can get 3 cylinders also. But in my house, the consumption is just about 1 cylinder. So I feed only 3 to 4 kg. Only kitchen waste to be used. You cannot use dry leaves. You cannot use dry leaves. Only kitchen waste. No leaves to be used. There are 1 or 2 minor conditions. No citric items like lemon, orange. You cannot use citric items. No daily maintenance. Biggest plus point. There is no water generated. Water varda, onnu vaada kediyadu. Food items, skins of pumpkin, watermelon, jackfruit. இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப நல்ல item. I got some interesting story. நுங்கம்பாக்கம் ஸ்டெர்லிங் ரோடு பக்கத்தில் சம்மரில் தர்பூஸ் விற்பாங்க. நிறைய பேர் தர்பூஸ் விற்பாங்க. நான் அந்த பக்கம் போகிறச்சேன். நான் வண்டியில் 2 பக்கெட் வச்சுருப்பேன். I got 2 buckets in my car. Wherever I see waste, I immediately collect it. நான் அந்த கடைக்காரங்கிட்ட போனேன். எனக்கு இந்த தோல் கொடுக்குறீங்களா? சார் பழம் வேண்டாமா? பழம் வேண்டாயா, தோல் வேணும். Immediately started shouting. ஒரு தோலை வாங்க வந்திருக்காரு. 15 பேர் வந்துட்டாங்க. 15 people came to me as if I landed from Mars. Then I said, சார் ஒரு சின்ன கரெக்ஷன். நான் வாங்க வரல சார், நான் உங்கள் வேஸ்ட் எடுத்து போகிறேன். நீங்கள் எனக்கு 10 ரூபா கொடுக்கணும். I'm not coming here to buy. This is in a lighter manner, lighter way. The idea is waste, that is a resource. The starting point is cow dung. 7 years back when I installed the plant, I put cow dung. The science is like this. Cow dung generates bacteria. Bacteria reacts with the food to generate methane gas. That process is known as anaerobic methanization. This is the front view of my plant. This is the inlet wall where I feed the waste. This is the digester where gas is produced. This is a floating drum where gas is stored. You can see that. This is the back view. There's an outlet. This slurry comes out and falls automatically. I don't have to scoop it out. I don't have to take it out. I feed the waste. That's the only thing which I do. Automatically gas comes. The slurry comes out. That slurry is rich, concentrated organic manure. I dilute it 5 times. Then I use it in my garden. No daily maintenance. Please see that. I move to my next project, Terrace kitchen garden. I started getting this slurry, which is a concentrated manure. I thought about it. Why throw it away? Why not I use it? So I got a terrace. So I started using that manure and I started growing vegetables. I grow vegetables in my pots. Many people say, how can you grow in terrace? It's possible. You just have to use pots only. I grow seasonal vegetables. I got perennial varieties. About 15-20 varieties I grow. Tomato, ladies finger, தக்காளி, வெண்டைக்காய், பச்சை மிளகா, கொடை மிளகா, முள்ளங்கி, பாலக்கீரை, புதினா. This is my terrace kitchen garden. Please observe very, very carefully. I got a pots here. I grow it. Carefully பாருங்க. I may ask 2 questions later on. Carefully observe it. பின்னால பாருங்க. Now, residential locality. I stay in Kilpa. Residential locality. இங்கே ஒரு காடு மாதிரி பண்ணியிருக்கேன். என் வீட்டில் மரம் வளர்த்துருக்கேன். வேப்ப மரம், மூங்கில் மரம், பதாம் மரம், neem, bamboo, almond tree. It has grown like that. என் terrace பார்த்தீங்கன்னா காடு மாதிரி இருக்கும். எதிர் வீடு கிடையாது. I can't see opposite houses. I cannot see the road. It looks like a forest. Next project. வீட்டில் I've installed a machine called air to water generator. This technology was developed in Israel 50-60 years ago. Coming to India now only. IIT Madrasல போன வருஷம் தான் இது டிஸ்கவர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. This is an Indian made machine. I got it from Mumbai. This is a machine. It looks like a washing machine. This is a gadget. It's like an air conditioner. There's a compressor. There's moisture in the atmosphere. The compressor compresses the moisture and gives you drinking water. Very simple. It's a plug-in model. Just bring it in and plug it in. This is an appliance like air conditioner or refrigerator or a washing machine. My machine gives me 25 liters per day of water. It's a continuous process round the clock. Good quality drinking water. It's a plug-in model. Just bring it and plug it in. It runs on electricity. In my house, it runs on solar. So I don't even pay for electricity in my house. The cost of the water comes to about 2 or 3 rupees a liter. Depends on the tariff. My next project, I developed a solar car. Now, last decade, last 10 years, people are all talking about electrical vehicles, EV. Lots of electrical vehicles are now come to the market, both 4-wheelers and also 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers also. Electrical vehicle is being developed to reduce pollution. According to me, that is not the solution. That's not the full solution. There's only partial solution. What is a solar car or a solar vehicle, electrical vehicle? The battery drives the vehicle. You replace petrol and diesel by a battery. Battery drives a motor and motor drives the wheels and the vehicle runs. The battery requires charging. The charging can be done only through current, grid power. You need grid power that can be produced only using fossil fuels, petrol, diesel, or coal completely. So solar car is not the full solution. I'll come to that. So what I've done, I've developed a solar car. My battery is charged by solar, not by grid. I have both the options. I have the option to charge it through grid also, but primarily I charge it through solar. I developed this car about 2 years ago. I mentored a team of fresh engineers from SRM University. They came to me with the concept, so I mentored them, I funded them, and we developed this car. You see this car? This is a car called Reva car, battery car, more popular in Bangalore. Now it has been bought over by Mahindra. It's an electrical car. So we have retrofitted the panels on top of the car and also on the bonnet roof. I park the car in the sun for 4 hours. My battery gets charged. I can drive this vehicle for 20 kilometers. This is a prototype. It's an old car, 7 years old car. We bought a second-hand car. The batteries are also very old. Just to prove the concept, I park it in the sun. So electricity generated through the solar panels. My battery is charged. Alternately, I got panels installed in my house. I told you I got a rooftop solar pan. I got a plug point in my compound. I plug it in. Solar is generated in my panels in my house. That charges the battery. I can also charge it to the grid also. I can charge it. There are multiple ways, 3 ways with which I can charge the battery. So this is a concept called probably first in India running on the streets of Kiel Park. Many people are talking about it. Last 2 3 years now, many cars have been developed. Many are still in the laboratory stage, still under testing. Whereas my car is running on the street. Now, of course, I sold it to the engineers. They wanted to do further experimentation. They bought the car from me. But it's an excellent concept. You heard about Tesla electrical vehicle car in Elon Musk in US developed it, make it very, very popular. What has he done? He developed an excellent battery technology such that in one charge the car runs 350 miles, that is 500 kilometers. Now he is talking about solar, but I thought about solar even 2 years earlier. I've done one more project. Next is lots of two-wheelers are now coming in, electrical two-wheelers. In eastern India and northern India, lots of electrical three-wheelers are come, auto rickshaws. Still not caught on as much as in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, we got an electrical vehicle policy, but no vehicles. Whereas you go to West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, even in remote villages, something similar to our Kanjipuram, Chengalpet, or even interiors, I've seen lots of electrical three-wheelers. All are imported from China. That's a tragedy. I don't like it. We should do it ourselves. But lots of electrical three-wheelers are running. 6 months ago, I went on a pilgrimage. I saw all these vehicles. Then I thought about it. If I can charge my battery in my house, why can't I charge this battery using solar? So I developed a solar charging station. This is a solar charging station. There's a panel, there's an inverter and the battery. You simply bring the vehicle here, plug it in, the vehicle battery will be charged through solar, not through grid power. This is a real solution. So we can charge the two-wheelers and three-wheelers and start driving it. This model is a portable model. I can install it anywhere. I can install 100 such systems in Chennai. I can go to Marina Beach. I can have a portable system. Evening I go and set up there. People are doing walking and enjoying the beach. They can plug the vehicle. Their battery will be charged. I can set it up in your college parking places or all the public parking places. Now you see lots of public parking places near the metro stations, railway stations. I can install it there. You can park it. You got a college parking. So many, you are all parking scooters in your college. I can install it there. You can install it there. You can take this as a project. You can install it there. When you are attending the classes, you plug it in, your battery gets charged. You can start driving it. It's a very, very simple technology. future directions. What's happening? Can you increase the efficiency of the panels? Today, 1 kilowatt gives you 4 units. Can you make it 5 units, 6 units, 7 units? 1 kilowatt requires 80 square feet area. Can you reduce it to 60 feet, 40 feet? Lots of work is happening. Can you increase the battery storage capacity? Today, one of the biggest stumbling blocks for adopting rooftop solar is battery technology. Battery is costly. Battery needs to be replaced once in 4 or 5 years. Can you increase? No. Batteries are coming into larger usage. There's one WhatsApp news. Somebody has developed battery in China. That battery can last 1 million kilometers. I mean, at least people have started thinking on those lines. Can you increase the battery storage capacity? Today, lithium-ion battery has come as against lead-acid battery. What is lithium-ion battery? It can last for 8 years. Your lithium-ion battery, your lead-acid battery would replace it once in 4 years. Lithium-ion battery lasts for 8 years. So this is the increasing the battery storage capacity. The biogas, I forgot to mention, there is no pressure in the gas. Therefore, the cooking takes a little more time. If conventional, on the LPG you can cook it in 5 minutes, biogas will take 10 minutes to cook. So can you increase the pressure of the biogas? Lots of work is happening. I also forgot to mention, you can use biogas not only for producing cooking gas, you can use that gas, pressurize it, you can generate electricity. You can connect the gas to a generator and that will generate electricity. In Chennai, there are 2 or 3 projects. We have installed one in Pallavaram Cantonment Park. If you get a chance, please go and see. Pallavaram Cantonment Park, entire park lighting is done by biogas. In Tiruthiur, Corporation has installed a biogas plant. 100 street lights are burning on biogas. In Loyola College, we have established a 1000 kg waste per day plant. Because of the large size, we have attached an external booster pump, increase the pressure. 2000 people's cooking is done by biogas. And they are generating manure, which they are selling it to market. It's an organic manure. All these possibilities exist. Can we do storage biogas in the cylinders? Lots of work is being done. Today, we cannot store the biogas in the conventional LPG cylinder, not possible. There are specialized cylinders known as cascade cylinders that cannot be used in the domestic houses, but that can be used for industrial applications like canteens, hotels, and things like that. Many 5-star hotels have adopted biogas for producing cooking gas and for cooking purposes. Factors that motivated me to start the journey. How did I start the journey, or why did I start the journey? This question people ask. I used to travel a lot in Western countries like Germany, Spain. There I've seen lots of rooftop solar plants. A country without sunshine. If they can establish rooftop solar plants, I thought about it, that triggered an idea. Why can't we do it in our country? We have abundant sunshine. This happened about 25 years ago. So when I wanted to install, I could not do it because components were not available, vendors were not available. It needs a specialized knowledge. It's like I can drive a car, but I cannot make it, I cannot repair it. So I knew what solar can do, but I cannot do the installation myself. But I looked for a vendor. It took 4 or 5 years for me to locate a vendor. We experimented. Finally, I installed one in January 2012. We learned from that. Went on improving. Now, of course, awareness has come. Components are all available. Many vendors are also now available. This may sound political, but I wanted to leave a better planet to the next generation. We owe this to the society. What are the challenges I face? Negative perception. What are you doing? Friends, why are you doing this? Resigned attitude. What can you do about it? Careless approach. Lack of awareness. Solutions. Now, of course, at least now you got Google. When I grew up, there's no Google. So I acquired the knowledge myself by experimenting completely. Now you got any doubts, you can ask Google and you can get knowledge. At the time, lack of knowledge. Lack of inquisitiveness. ஒருத்தருக்கு அந்த இன்க்யூசிட்டிவ்னஸே கிடையாது. There's no motivation to learn something new. Lack of social entrepreneurship. Hundreds of opportunities, but are you willing to do it? No. Everybody wants an easy solution. There are several misconceptions. What is misconception? Failure to understand correctly. Lots of myths. What is myth? Widely held but false belief. These are all there. These are the challenges. Lack of inquisitiveness. I'm highlighting that. Important issue. Execution, execution, execution. I give a lot of weightage for this fact called execution, execution, execution. Everybody has got lots of things on their mind. I want to do it. I'm planning to do it. I'm thinking of doing it. Doesn't give you any results. Actually, if you do it only, it gives you fruits. If you don't do it, it's not going to give you fruit. I got a joke here. One fellow goes to a traveling agent and he tells him, I'm planning to go to America. How much it will cost? The traveling agent immediately tells him, sir, it will not cost you anything. This fellow asks, why? Sir, for planning it will not cost you. If you want to go, then only it will cost you. I hope you understand the difference for planning and execution. So my entire emphasis on execution, execution, execution. Whatever you want to do it. Only if you do it, you will face some problems. If you face problems, you will find solutions. If you don't do it, you will not face problems at all. I'm repeating it again. Execution, execution, execution. General, I have a couple of philosophies, slightly controversial. Many people may not agree. Doesn't matter. Do not expect the government to find the solutions. Find your own solutions. John F. Kennedy, American president, about 50 years ago, made a famous statement. Ask not what the country can do for you, ask what you can do for the country. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why do you expect government only to find the solutions? Why can't you find your solutions? Do not curse darkness. Light a candle, light a solar. I am very keen to leave a better planet to next generation. This is a political statement, doesn't matter. It's our duty. We owe it to our next generation. Finally, a very big thank you to all of you. And this is my contact details, my mail ID and my mobile number. I mean, there are several things I can keep on talking about it. I'm just giving a gist of it. I'm giving 10-15 minutes for any question answers, any clarifications. Either you understood whatever I said, or you have not understood anything what I said. Yes, madam, you can take over now. If there are any questions, I'm willing to answer, clarify. Hello? Hello? Tirupura Sundari? Hello? Convener? Anbu Selvi?
Hello.
Can you take over? Were you able to hear my presentation?
Giving a very good session. We are getting a very good explanation and everything. We are getting a very good feedback for this, but still now we are not receiving any queries, sir.
Okay.
Is there any queries? You can post it on the chat box. Sir, there is one question, sir.
Tell me.
Is there any simple project for students, second year, third year students? Any idea for simple projects?
Yes. There are several on this green initiatives. I have told you the charging stations, how best you can improve on that. Can you use your artificial intelligence, machine learning for accelerating this? You have this Internet of Things, IoT. You computer students, you must know about IoT. So can you adopt IoT for these applications? I have one or two examples. For example, all the lifts are working, all the washing machines, all the distributed systems, the air conditioners, the washing machines, they are working in the distributed places. Suppose something goes down, they have to call you to go and attend. Whereas you can install an IoT system, if the machine fails, one air conditioner fails, as a manufacturer, you will know first before even the customer knows. Then you call the customer and tell him your AC is not working, I'm sending my man to come and do the repair. So you got rooftop solar plants. If we can track the generation of electricity, suppose some problem is there, we can track it through AI or through machine learning or IoT. You can take up all these projects. Several ideas are there. Somebody can approach me, I will give lots of ideas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your explanation. Thank you, sir.
Good.
Lots of them are very happy with your talk and they are giving nice session, informative session, wonderful session.
Thank you. But I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting hundreds of questions. I thought they'll shoot me with questions. I'll tell you one thing. I'll share my experience. I address a school. To 3-year-old, the third standard students, boys and girls, ask me at least 3 questions. You are not even asking that. Third standard students ask me questions. Same presentation I made. Same presentation. See, I'm talking about pollution. What is my objective of doing solar and all those things? Mass address to rural, no pollution. That girl asked me a question, what happens to these solar panels? After 20 years, is that panel biodegradable? I said, I don't know. I never thought about it. I don't know whether they are biodegradable. But it's an interesting question, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
I told you, observe my terrace, kitchen and garden carefully. I'll ask you a couple of questions. I hope you observed it. I use all plastic bags. One 3-year-old girl asked me the question, sir, you are talking about pollution. Why are you using plastic bag? I said, I made a big mistake. From in future, I will not do it. I've gone back to my regular mud pots. Now I will not use plastic bag because plastic bags are not biodegradable. Interesting question, isn't it? Again, you have to observe. Lack of inquisitiveness. You people are not inquisitive, you are not observing. So you are not asking questions because you are not observing. இப்போ தமிழ் படம் பார்க்குற மாதிரி பார்த்துட்டு கை தட்டிட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. நோ. அப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என் தொட்டி எல்லாம் raise all my pots above. I'll show the screen again. தொட்டி எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லா தொட்டியும் நான் மேலே ஏற்றிருக்கேன். கீழே கல் வச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா I raised my pots. Why I have done that? There's a purpose. When the water falls, it falls on the roof. My floor gets spoiled. To minimize that, I raised it so that whatever water falls, I given provision for air to circulate and dry the place. The moisture gets dried. because I given provision for air to circulate. Nothing is on the floor. So for every action I have taken, there's a logic, there's a purpose. Okay.
Sir, there is one more question, sir.
Kelanga.
You are doing rainwater harvesting, and you are
Yes.
also having roof garden. So
Yes.
how do you clean the rainwater harvesting? All the waste, leaf waste will be fallen into the well. So how are you filtering the waste, sir?
I showed you my filtration plant. See, this is my filtration plant. Can you see this plant? The drum, the terrace water I collected through this pipe and leave it here. This is my filtration plant. This consists of pebbles, charcoal, and sand, each 1.5 feet. So this is a 4.5 feet height. The water gets filtered and comes out. This water is potable. I told you the science behind this. Pebbles traps larger impurities. The charcoal traps middle impurities. The river sand traps finer impurities. So all the impurities are removed. The water comes out is potable water. And this material, every year I take it out, clean it, and put it back. But there's no wear and tear in that material. So this is the filtration process.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. But people are able to see the screen, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, okay.
Thank you, sir. I think there is no more queries over here. I will hand over the session to Anbuchelvi, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. The respected resource person, Dr. Suresh, sir, really we are very happy to attend this informative and useful session from you. And also, I would like to thank our management, principal and head of the department, staffs and participants. Finally, I thank our organizing committee and those who are directly and indirectly contributed to the session to make success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Now I switch off and I go away. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.